I'm Aisha Foy, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Keep the queens go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Chill.
Yeah, let's go! SLT Nation, welcome back. What it do, fam? Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. That's right. This is a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow in our 5th season of going all across this country. A year that we have now coined the Big Nickel. KT and I are still on this incredible mission. That's right. We are uncovering every nook and cranny, every rock, and looking for rising superstars in our communities who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And we got a special one on deck for y'all tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all welcome her to the stage. She's an NIL coach, a recruiting leader. She's a coach. She is a speaker. She is doing all kind of fabulous things in the basketball industry, taking kids to that next level. She started her career as a grad assistant at Southeast Missouri State, took it on to director of recruiting at the University of Kentucky, and now she has coupled up with Boone Williams and worked with organizations like Made Hoops. She has won the Woman of the Year, the NCAA Woman of the Year nomination. She was awarded the Radford Senior Leadership Award recipient, and during her hooping days, she was Big All-South first team, her junior and her senior season. This is what I need. I need Virginia Beach to stand up and make some noise for one of their very own, the Radford University graduate, the director and the owner of a major NIL success, the talented Aisha. How you doing today, Coach?
What's going on? What's going on? I'm lit. Y'all got me hyped. Let's go. Let's go. What
you got? This show here took too long to happen, Coach. And I really kind of want to blame you for that, Coach. You know. So I just look. She smiled. I just mess with you, Coach. You are one of the busiest women, but we've been busy. But I'm super glad. Although it took us almost a year, 17 days, and 13 hours to get this pulled off, we got the legend in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Foy, welcome to the show. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling fantastic. How y'all feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling good. And you know what? We about to turn this thing up for you, Coach. We're going to tell you how to get their blessings on the NIL level, because the game to change, and you are going to help us to orchestrate that today. If this is your first time watching the show, welcome to the You Got Next experience. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, the other side of the You Got Next logo, the Quiet Storm. Shh, all facts, no cap, the head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, bro?
Oh, I thought we had her on the show so we can get our NIL deal for the podcast. Jones. I didn't know.
I'm like, yo, where y'all sponsors at, man? Where the sponsors
Well,
at?
I thought that's why you come on the show to sponsor us. B. Jones, I'm doing great, man. Let's turn up and tell Coach a story.
Kevin, you thought this was a Zoom meeting, huh? You thought
I was like, hey, yeah, where's the money at? But it's all good, man. Let's make a new family member. Let's go.
All right, Coach Foy, you dope. I like the energy you already bringing. You got that amazing. If somebody need to talk to the Apple family, because you got a dope camera going on over there. So we excited about this one. We're going to kick the show off, Coach. It is time for the moment of truth. That's right. This is our version of 2 truths and a lie. The rules are super simple. Before the show, Coach Foy selected 3 facts about herself, but in not any other fashion, in Sports Life Talk fashion, one of those facts is not the truth. So Kevin and I will have exactly 60 seconds to see if we can work together as a team, use deductive reasoning, and see if we can figure out which one of these facts is not the truth. Now, this is what we need, though. It's a lot of people that's watching this right now that rocks with Coach Foy, and y'all are friends and family, so y'all please help us. Pretty, please throw your answers into the comments and see if you can get it right and play along for fun. All right, Coach Foy, we're ready for you. Come on, let's go. Give us your 3 facts.
All right, so my 3 facts is, the first one is my mom was my first AAU coach. The second one was I coach players that were older than me. The third one is I was on the cover of an AAU magazine.
Ooh.
I don't think she'll allow on her moms, B. Jones. So
but that's the one that's, I think she coached kids that are older than her, bro. I can see her coaching people that are older than her. And I can see her being on the cover of an AAU magazine. Why wouldn't she be? She that dope. I mean, she a CEO and entrepreneur.
So you want to go there? She's lying on her mom? That's one you want to go with?
I think so. Give it to me one more time. You said your mom what?
My mom was my first AAU coach.
Her mom wasn't the first AAU coach, KT. I think her mom was maybe her first coach, but not her first AAU coach, Kevin. See, that's how she trying to stick us for our paper right there. Right there on them semantics. You riding with me?
We're going to run the pick and roll. I said the pick, you popping, you shooting, let's go.
Coach, you coach kids older than you, and I'm almost certain you've been featured on some kind of somebody magazine. If you ain't, then it's a travesty. Your mom wasn't your first AAU coach. Coach, tell us which one was the lie.
That was the lie. My mom wasn't my first.
Yeah! Let's go!
The direct organization though, but she wasn't my coach.
Oh, so you almost had me with that. She wasn't your coach, but mom's actually was your first.
She was in the picture. She was on the staff.
She was on the pitch. All right, let's go. We got one. That makes our record 32-25. We had just lost the previous episode with an All-American dog on it, so I'm glad we got it back on this one. All right, Coach Foy, we about to take the world on a crazy mission, a crazy journey. This is all about the story of your life. You know what you got to do before you start any good road trip, don't you? You know what you do? You get in that car, you sit back, and you take that right hand. Come on, Coach. Get that right hand up, reach over your left shoulder, grab that seatbelt, and buckle up. Click, clack. It's so special when they do it with the 2 hands, KT.
Well, no, that means she had a deuce in the quarter or something. She had an old car having to do it like that.
Hey, we got to sling that thing through. We don't know what type of ride we about to go on.
These kids don't know nothing about no deuce and no quarter. KT, you stupid.
The Beanie Siegel line came in my head just then. Kind of old deuce in the quarter, so I had to throw that.
Oh my goodness, Kevin, you a fool, man. Let's go. This is what we need. Everybody out there that's rocking with us. We need y'all to help us to take this show to a whole nother level. If this is your first time or your next time, we need you to do 4 things for us. 4 things that won't cost you a penny. Number 1, hang out with us till the end of the show. Number 2, I need you to hit that like button so this show can bubble all the way up in the algorithm. I'm talking about. And number 3, we need y'all to pass the rock. You know what I'm talking about? Share this with all your friends, your family, your coworkers, your colleagues. One, to support our business, but let's just spread the word on how dope grassroots basketball is. And I got a feeling all y'all, a lot of people in this watching this right now from Boo Williams. And I need Boo Williams to definitely show up. And last but not least, y'all know what y'all got to do, Kevin, because we've been a major supporter. We love Boo Williams. This is what we need. We need y'all to subscribe to the Vibe. That's right. Become a part of the SLT tribe. We've been doing this, and we're going to keep on doing it. And we're going to give y'all 1,000% every time they put the lights on and put the mics on. You heard me? Let's go. All right, Coach Foy. It's your folks on Hold Us Down. Yeah, hey, I need Boo to show. I need Virginia to show out. I need all the people you work with in Kentucky. I need everybody. Come on, let's make some noise on this. Let's smash that subscribe button in 3, 2, 1. Boo! Let's go! Woo! All right, coach. All these people just smashed the subscribe button. They part of the family. They joining us. They rocking with us now. I want them to throw an emoji in the chat so me and KT can digitally shake their hands and tell them how appreciative we are for the support so we can keep doing this thing. You the guest of honor today, coach. What's our emoji of the show?
The money sign, of course.
The money sign. Y'all throw the money sign in the chat if you're rocking with us today. That's an outpour support, letting us know you are here today. And Kevin, what we gonna tell those individuals that do that, man?
We're going to tell them thank you.
Thank you and welcome to the show. We can't do this without you. Welcome to the family. And matter of fact, listen, we don't do fans, we don't do followers, we do family around Sports Life Talk. So that's how much you mean to us when we won't let you down, fam. I promise you. Let's keep the show rolling, though. It is time for the Sports Life Talks initiation.
All right, coach, before we officially welcome you into our Sports Life Talk family, you got to go through the burning sands. We start every initiation off by having our guests give us their top 5 music artists.
Okay. So top 5 people that I listen to the most will be Drake, of course, Meek Mill, Kanye West, Gunna, and Lil Baby.
Kanye is on a nice little run, man. Kanye is on a nice run. I think that might be 4 out of the last 5 episodes. Somebody that mentioned Kanye. We went a long time without Kanye. So, okay. Kevin, Kanye, Meek, Drake, Gunna, Baby. So that's a pretty serviceable, that's a pretty respectable top 5, sir. What are you gonna rank that top 5, man?
All right, Aisha, I like to rank everybody's top 5. The highest you can get is 24. The lowest you can get is 8. That's our dedication to Kobe Bean Bryant. So for this one, B. Jones, I'm feeling real 20-ish. Let's give a 20. We'll give a 20 for that top 5. And I know they just made your day when another person said Kanye. So here's the question, though. Kanye or just Kanye, period?
Don't matter.
I'm talking to her, not you.
I would say don't matter.
Yeah.
I'd have gave a 19 if I knew that one. All right, coach. So who is your favorite superhero and why?
Black Panther, of course. Wakanda forever.
But you got to give us why, though.
Why? Because, a representation of the culture, overcoming, different, historic, all those things.
All right, so we know that T'Challa has his own theme music. So what would Aisha's theme song be?
My theme song will be Headlines by Drake.
Boom, 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 boom. But I'm calling Cap. I'm calling Cap on that one. I'm running the audible. She don't get a choice what her theme song gonna be, Kevin. Everybody who was born in the 80s know what her theme song is. Aisha, it was a girl I never had.
Yeah, that's what you got. Another bad creation.
ABC.
Y'all already know.
Yeah, we're changing yours up to T'Challa. You are Aisha from ABC. All right, so what is something that basketballers taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
Oh man, I mean, so much that I wrote a book about it. I would say that we can control our own destiny more than we think. If you put in the work and you put your mind to something and you focus on something, then you can change the trajectory of your life.
All right, so B and I, we're going to produce a movie that's centered around you. The one thing that we're missing is lead actress. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
Keke Palmer.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can afford her. We're going to dream big.
She be on them Tubi movies sometimes. I think I see her on Tubi movies. So sometimes you can get her at a discount.
We might be able to catch Keke on a discount, KT. I think we might be able to get her.
Nah, she played like an X-Men, so I don't know if we're going to be able to get her. All right, so this is the most important question that we ask during our initiation. B and I, we love to travel. When we travel, we got to eat. So we come down there to Virginia Beach or wherever you're at right now to kick it with you. What's that one food spot we going to and you got to give us your go-to meal there?
I'm gonna take you out of Feather and Fan. It's in Norfolk, Virginia. It's right outside the tunnel, and you know, you can get a fish sandwich.
No, wait a minute. Feather sound like a bird. Oh,
Yeah, Feather and Fan. So they got the bird, they got chicken, and they got fish. They also got the chicken breast sandwich. That's amazing.
I'm getting both. I'm getting the feather and the fin, KT. I'm walking out feather finned up. I like it. What you getting the fish sandwich though? That's what you getting?
I'm gonna get the chicken sandwich. I'm gonna get the chicken breast sandwich.
Okay. All right.
That sounds amazing. Hopefully when we get this NIL deal, B. Joe, we'll be able to, you know, pay for some stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes. So as we transition away from the initiation to learn more about Coach, we need for you to jump in. Drop your top 5 music artists, your favorite superhero, and your go-to food spot in the comments. And don't forget to check out our website, sltugotnext.com, to check out more of our incredible You Got Next family members. Now let me pass the ball back to B as he officially reintroduces our newest play cousin, Coach Aisha Foy. So B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, man.
Coach Foy, welcome to the show. Hey, you super dope. It's one of those things that I love it when I talk to people and I know they really walk it like they talk it. You know what I'm talking about? You one of the ones that you in the gym and you really put the game on your back for these young ladies. So let's tell them how do we put this whole soup, this whole jambalaya, this whole gumbo together, and let's take it back to the beginning, Coach Foy. When did you fall in love with the game of basketball?
I fell in love with the game of basketball when I first started playing AAU. You know, I was 8 playing 10 and under, and I had no business on the team. And, you know, I just got out there one time when my sister was practicing, and I just started playing. I just started practicing with the team. And that just taught me so much about myself when I referred back to that story, is that, like, I'm a go-getter. You know, I initiate my whole life. You know, I can run with the best of them. I can run with the biggest of them. And you know, if you want to get out, if you want to do something, you got to be an innovator and just jump out there. And that has described my whole life.
I didn't know you was cold like that. I ain't even go front. You know, I got to meet you as a coach, and I knew you was doing a lot of the NIL stuff, and you caught our radar because you were dropping some of these dimes on this NIL stuff. We were like, oh my goodness, she over there, she cooking with fish grease. Let's holler at her, you know, and that's how we started our relationship with you. But I'm going back to the Radford archives. And you was a monster, all Big South. You was doing it major. What? Tell us a little about Aisha the Hooper real quick before we start talking about this branding and stuff like that.
Hey, okay, Aisha the Hooper. It's funny that you said that because once I got into NIL, I was strictly business. So a lot of people just forgot that I was even a basketball person. So I had to make sure I incorporated that a lot moving forward. But Aisha the Hooper. I was a smooth hooper. I played in my mom's organization, Boo Williams Norfolk Express. She actually has 2 players right now that plays for the Dallas Wings, Isaiah James and JJ Quinnery. They started with my mom. That was their, you know, first formal AU team and things like that in Norfolk, Virginia. And, you know, I just was a go-getter. I really wanted to think the game. I probably thought about the game and tried to strategize my success more than I actually played the game. But, you know, my whole childhood, I just wanted to be a Division I player. And that was all I thought about. That was all I dreamed about. And I would carry around this binder, and it will have, you know how you have the ESPN rankings and then they have these articles. It was a lot more thorough back then. And they would actually have, like, you know, a lot more information. I would print all of those out. And I would, like, highlight all the girls that were signed to the schools that I wanted to go to. I would highlight those girls. I had this binder. I would take it everywhere with me. And, you know, when I started getting recruited, I knew I wanted to go to a school that went to the NCAA tournament. So what I did was I went all the way back to all the teams that made the NCAA tournament. And I made, like, a list of like, these are schools I want to go to because I want to up my chances of going to the NCAA tournament. So, you know, I was a really thoughtful player. You know, I would say I didn't exhaust myself like I probably should have because I was, you know, trying to be smooth, facilitating things like that. But, you know, I definitely was somebody that was really ambitious, fearless, quick, really sharp shooter, shoot off the dribble, pull up game, you know, those things like that were things I focused on.
Walking around with a book full of names, don't that sound like a hit list?
That's what it sounded like, yeah.
Sound like an
Hey,
assassin.
DJ, we may need to check her book right now to make sure we ain't in it. You know what I'm saying?
Look, Kevin, I'm trying to look over there behind that. It's Sports Life talking in the book now. Because you set some sights on some folks. I love that kind of energy. Now, what is your relationship with your moms, though? I mean, was she a big time hooper and kind of guided you throughout your career and helped you to make these decisions? What was the relationship with your moms, knowing that she was such a big major player in this game?
Yeah, I mean, my mom, she set a really good example. She ran the whole organization, North Express. So I knew how I needed to operate. You know, I kind of knew not to play with her. So, and I knew that I need to stay focused and not embarrass her. So I just stayed focused on my goals and things like that as I was going through the process. But yeah, I mean, you know, she was my rock. But she was running the whole organization. So I was just getting in where I fit in and making sure I didn't embarrass the name, you know.
And I apologize to you. I actually owe you an apology because I get so excited when I do the intros. I forgot to mention the book writer because you're just so multifaceted, so talented. You are doing so many different things. I got to ask you, when that last buzzer went off and you made that walk to that locker room, did you already kind of have an idea that no matter what happens from this day forth, I'm still gonna be around the game of basketball. I'm a form everything I do. I'm a give back to the game that I bled for.
Absolutely. It's always been, coaching has always been what I was going to do. When I first got to Radford, I would go back and forth about what my major was going to be. And I met my SWA, and she had a degree in sport administration. And when I would watch what she did and I would shadow her and stuff like that, I was like, I changed my major immediately. And I knew I was going to be, in the game, for pretty much the rest of my life. I did kind of tiptoe because I love higher education. So when I was at Radford, I was a freshman orientation leader, and I got to see higher education as a whole. And I was kind of like, maybe I want to be an administrator or a president and things like that. But things always take me back to the game, and I think it's good to have role models and people in the game, paving the way for the next generation.
The name of the book is Success is My Major. And how long ago did you write that book?
I published it in 2021.
Okay,
I started writing in around 2016. So it was a process for sure.
Tell us about the book and also tell us what inspired you to do that. Like, it's kind of like we put people like authors, you got a certain pedigree. Like you in it. I play chess and, I drink Bigelow tea. It's like some special things that authors do that the rest of the world don't do. Like, what made you decide to actually put that in the play and actually put a book out there?
Yeah, it was something that I felt like I had to do. I made a lot of sacrifices to get it published. So the book is called Success is My Major. And when you're going through college, kind of what I just mentioned, when I was a freshman orientation leader, I realized that when you get 18, 19, or you get to college, everybody's asking what your major is. And they believe that your major is going to dictate the rest of your life. And if you think about it, you're separated by major. If people ask you, oh, what's your major? What are you going to do with that? It kind of drives your future, right? So, I came up with a curriculum, and kind of the success principles that I followed was, if you major in success, it don't matter what you do, you're going to be successful. So, I went through a process of being really into personal development. When I was a student athlete, I used to be, a little bad, a little hard-headed, stubborn, and things like that. But, I completely transformed myself. And, when I would go through tough times, the only thing that would click for me is when I was reading a book. So either, one of my coaches gave me a John Gordon book, and I started getting into Stephen Covey and, Dale Carnegie and things like that. And these books they was transforming me. So it was something that I had to do to give back, because if it wasn't for books, I wouldn't be, the person I am today.
Oh, no, you're okay. You're okay. Oh, yeah, we got the book. Yeah. There it is. I'm going to need that first edition, though, with the signature on this side. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to need that. Matter of fact, go ahead and grab a pen and sign that one to the mouth of the South. You are spectacular. You know what I'm saying? I need that joint in my life. But Coach, you also do camps all across the country. You're inspiring and helping kids to do something that we all entered uncharted territories here over the last 3 or 4 years. And now this thing is in with gangbusters. It's a common word, but I find so often that word is either being misused or not used to the fullest. If you get what I'm saying. Like, I think we all just say NIL because that's a cool buzzword and we associate that with I'm getting paid. I'm trying to get my NIL, but people don't really understand what name, image, and likeness is and how that all incorporates into their collegiate journeys. Why did you take this mantle up and pick that up and say, hey, success is my major, is already my brand and what I'm trying to do? I'm really focusing and incorporating this recruiting and this NIL portfolio into this to really help kids take it to that next level.
Absolutely. Kind of what I said about the transformation that I went through in college. And I was working on building my brand. I had my future ahead of me. I was like, who do I want to become? And true NIL, if you really participate in NIL the right way and you really take it serious about, okay, what can this platform do for me? You approach it as, who do I need to become to build my brand? What do I want to represent? Who do I need to network with? How can I use this platform, this basketball platform, or, whatever sport you play as a college student athlete to amplify your life? And, that was the journey that I went through when I was a student athlete. I was participating in, all the NIL activities, doing fundraisers. A pivotal point in my career was I did 2 fundraisers as a sophomore in college. And one of them was with Samaritan's Feet. And I organized the whole thing. And then the other one was with Play for K. And I did a 3-on-3 tournament and things like that. And, a big part of NIL is giving back to the community and partnering with charity. So these are things that I was doing. And if I wouldn't have done it, if I wasn't thinking about building my brand, I probably wouldn't have even finished my career for real. So it means that much to me. And I know how important it is if you really take it seriously and you really use this opportunity to build a future for yourself.
I saw a documentary on the TV on Amazon. Actually, I'm not going to pub it because it was heavily influenced by LSU. So, and I know I get a lot of hate mail over my passion for LSU athletics. But in that show, it taught me something very cool about NIL that even I didn't know. That you don't have to be a 5-star. You don't have to be an Angel Reese or a Flage to get on that NIL money. It's really how you carry yourself and create your own social media platform, because if you have enough followers or if you have enough influence over the social media, then certain companies may want to still use your brand, your image, and likeness, even if you on the bench. Because a lot of kids are making a lot of NIL money and they're not even touching the floor in basketball or football, but they have a presentation, they have a personality, they have something to offer, and they offer some visibility and they take advantage of that. Do you have to coach that up to a lot of kids a lot of time? And do you see a lot of kids be like, oh, I'm not gonna get no NIL because I'm only 5'7" and I play on this independent team. I don't have the EYBL, all that stuff. Do you have those conversations with some of those kids who don't have maybe the basketball pedigree or the 5-star accolades, but still have a personality?
Absolutely. That's the biggest hiccup that I get, mainly from parents. Actually, the kids actually get it because kids understand influencer marketing. Kids understand, the YouTube kid that was making a couple $1 million by reviewing toys on YouTube. So it's really the parents and the adults that don't understand that part. It's 2 NILs. You got NIL that is, how much influence you have, how many eyeballs, how much visibility can you present for this school and also for this company. And then you also have your roster, like how much can you impact the roster? Both of those are 2 completely different ways that you can get paid or ways that you can increase your NIL value. And they both are, extremely important, so it's so many women's basketball players who they play at Power 5 institutions, but because they don't have a personality, because they don't have a personal brand that is strong, they don't have any commercial NIL. And they could be making 6 figures in collective money and things like that, but they're not really taking advantage of NIL because you're playing on national TV every week, but you don't have a company that's willing to pay you. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the biggest thing, especially when I'm talking to athletes that are young, because they have time to build up their following, right? If you have 1,000 followers right now, you're in the 8th grade. If you really focus on building a brand, you can have 10,000 followers by the time you go into college. So now when you're ready to negotiate true NIL, not collective NIL, but when you're going to negotiate true NIL, you can get $50,000 for a partnership with Bed Bath & Beyond or Chipotle. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand the influence and the reason why people are actually paying you money. And it's because you get this NIL even through collective because you're a marketing asset for the university. That's why these people are paying you, because that's how valuable you are. And every time you go play on TV, every time you get an NCAA win, you know what I'm saying? Anytime the school promotes you in the community, or if you see a commercial about the university during one of your games, you are bringing in enrollment, right? And that keeps the university going. So now, the revenue sharing, with the revenue sharing contracts, is basically an NIL deal with the school, because that's kind of how it should have been in the first time. Because when you're playing on TV, you are bringing in revenue. You're bringing in revenue, and then again, looking beyond that, you are making the school even more attractive to people that don't even play sports, right? And I'll give you one more example, which is crazy. When I was at Kentucky, and I was in charge of the practice team, and the practice guys, they got big dreams, right? Some of them think they're gonna walk on to the men's basketball team and things like that. And I would have really good relationships with them. They were my guys, and I would ask all them, like, what made you come to Kentucky? And like, you'll be surprised how many of them said they came to Kentucky because of the basketball program that they will never play for, or Coach Cal. That's enrollment that the school benefits. The school makes money because of the basketball program, the visibility, the success of those sporting programs. And people don't realize that. A lot of people don't really realize that. So yeah, what type of brand, like how are you going to impact the university? You know what I'm saying? So that's how you got to think about it.
It sounds like Radford still owe you some checks. It sounds like it's some money out there missing. I need Radford to come pony up them pennies and get this thing popping. You know what I'm talking about? Look, she like, please, Radford. Folks will call on Monday. We saw the interview. Was like, no, Coach, real quick. You talk about the youngsters understand this, and I sincerely, earnestly believe it's a lot of the adults who probably have misconceptions and misunderstanding of how all this stuff works. And I saw you do an interview. Shout out to one of our sisters. We work with her here in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Ashley Roberts. She did a sideline interview with you, and you said something profound in there, and I like it. And I've heard it before, but I don't know why when you said it, it sounded differently. I don't know. It sounded differently. It's when you talked about parents getting out of the way and letting their kids struggle a little bit. Can you elaborate on that a little bit? Can you kind of repeat that profound statement and talk about why that's super important? Because I know as you take kids through your NIL boot camp, it's also taking the parents through this boot camp too.
Absolutely. I think what's wrong with a lot of kids now is the parents don't let them struggle. And, I was on a coaching staff for 7 years, and I see the freshmen come in, and, I see how in shock they are, like literally paralyzed. And, the transfer portal numbers probably have a play in that, because you just come to college and you're miserable because you just aren't ready. And, imagine your first time you struggled was when you got to college, and when you are playing for a coach that needs you to perform at a high level, and it's your first time navigating. There's no more coddling, right? So that was one thing that I did appreciate about my mom, really, is that she got out, like she wasn't coddling me at all. And kind of like you asked earlier, like did your mom support you? How did your mom support you? And she supported me by putting me in difficult situations. And because she put me in difficult situations, I was able to navigate difficult situations. So parents struggle with that. And it's crazy because they know that, but for some reason, people think that when you get to college, just because you've been recruited, you know, and lied to, you know, for 3 years, that it's going to be sunshine and rainbows when you get there. No, it's about to be, you know, a nightmare. I'm going to tell you, like, when you get to college, it's going to be a nightmare. So you might as well start getting ready for the nightmare right now. That's part of my book. I open it up talking about how, you know, before your dreams come true, you got to get through the nightmare. And if you don't allow your child to experience that nightmare when they're right in front of you, it's going to be hard to get that back when they get to college.
I can't wait to read the book. I know that. I'm gonna leave you out. One last statement you want to say about NIL. Is there one thing that you want to tell people to stop doing in the NIL? I mean, I know I want to tell them to stop transferring, but is there anything you want to tell them to stop doing from an NIL perspective? I know we always tell them to start doing this, but what's something they need to stop doing?
Stop listening to people that don't know what they're talking about. Stop believing everything you hear. Stop believing the headlines. You know, it's so many resources out there. You know, Raekwon Smith is a really good example about how you can, you know, get NIL deals regardless of what level of school you play at. And you can go on a YouTube video or you can Google Raekwon Smith, and he literally breaks down the whole process of how you can go about getting deals. So, you know, I would just say stop listening to people that don't know what they're talking about.
I love it. And last question, Coach.
Hold on. Can I add one more thing to that?
Yeah, it's your show, Coach.
Stop tying your personal value to your player value. They're separate. Now, does your player value does your player value help your personal value? Of course, but they're two separate values. So stop thinking that being a really good player equals, you know, good NIL and the other way around. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's what I was kind of alluding to earlier today too, Coach. Stop thinking just because you're not the best player in the gym that you can't get that NIL money. I was hoping that a couple of kids listening to this and be like, you know what, I could get into this as well. Last question we got, Coach Foy. We talked all about it. We gonna get back into entrepreneurship and the business and how dope you are, the novelist, Kevin, not author, the novelist. But Coach, what do you do for fun? Tell us about Aisha off the court when you're just at the house, relaxing, shopping. What do you do to kind of just de-stress, to recuperate?
You know what? I hate to admit this, but I don't really do nothing to de-stress, or I don't really have any hobbies. That's the sad part. But you know, I like to watch movies. I like to go to the movies. I don't like to just watch them at home, but I like to go to the movies. I like to go out to eat. I just like to chill. You know, I like silence, peace. You know, I like to get into my faith and things like that. But like, I don't have a whole lot of hobbies. You know, I sit and stare at this computer for 10 to 15 hours a day, and I work.
That exclusive computer, might I add. Do you listen to podcasts? I got Absolutely. I got one that I can recommend to you.
Yeah, I love podcasts.
Hey, SportsLifeTalk, y'all go download that podcast, even though it's a little loud. It's a little obnoxious. All right, Kevin, we got time for one round? Yeah. Let's go! Welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show with KT and I. We're going to put you in the Terror Dome, and this is our version of Would You Rather, okay? Due to the fact that you got so much, and I'm going to tell y'all, I ain't even scratched half of the notes on this. I'm just telling you, we might have to do another part 2 of this one. But Coach, we are going to put you in a version of this or that, or Would You Rather. So for this one, we're going to do the sneaker round, Coach. Yay! This is our favorite round. KT and I are both super sneakerheads. As a matter of fact, we know that if you look good, you feel good, you play good. And we decided to pick a pair of shoes out of our collection that we think you like. So on the count of 3, we're going to get you to say, hold that sneaker. When you say hold that sneaker, it ain't no talking, no sales pitches. We're just going to show you the sneakers. Whichever one you like best, that host will win this episode's game of championship rounds. Okay, Coach?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go, Coach. 3, 2, 1.
Hold that sneaker. Now you know I'm going with the A1s, man. Stop.
I know, because you got like all of them. That's why I had to go with them.
Boo.
Yeah, you want to go win this one, B. You know that. B, she got like the pink, the white.
I know. I saw the pictures.
Can I play?
Oh yeah. That's why I had these sitting here for you.
I saw the pictures, bro. I just think people need to open their mind a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so stereotyped in Asia Wilson. You know what I'm talking about? It's a lot of shoes out there.
Yeah, sir. Why are you talking during my celebration? This is supposed to be my victory speech. If you just interrupted. But thank you so much, Coach. Your shoe taste is impeccable. So are you gonna be in Louisville?
Trash.
I will be in Louisville.
You let me know what day you wearing yours. I'm wearing mine too.
Let's do it.
Y'all going to Sadie Hawkins?
Hey, she's a girl I never had, B. Jones. So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play out the song. Let's go.
All right, Coach. Well, even though you have a questionable taste in sneakers, no, I'm just playing with you, Asia. Look, Asia people gonna reach out to me. There was a lot. Nah, them shoes.
They just do it the summer. You know what I'm saying?
They just do it the summer. They super fire. So, Coach, this is the part of the show where we like to take things home. We've had a good time. We talked about the past and how we got to this point. But our show is all about the future because we want people to watch the show over and over again. And 10 years from now, or 5 years from now, somebody break it out and there's some information they can get. So it's all about leaving a lasting legacy for the next generation. Positivity, inspiration, all that good stuff. This is your moment of manifestation. Now that we are all following you at NIL_Coachish, what's up next for Coach Aisha Foy?
What is up next? I would say being the first general manager of whatever women's basketball program, want, the best in, the transform their recruiting. I would say that, but also just impacting, touching 1,000 parents. I'm doing a masterclass, a parent masterclass, and I just want to touch 1,000 parents at that masterclass, and then the next one, touch more. You know what I'm saying? So just continue to impact and doing what I'm doing.
So do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, I mean, of course, my mom, Boo Williams, Kyra Elsie. She was my head coach when I was at Kentucky. Rika Patterson, she was the first coach that hired me as a graduate assistant. Anybody that helped me along the way, shout out to them.
All right, so this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT, told them my story, and I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you calling out? Who should have next?
Jolette Law.
Oh, we've been trying to get her on the show for about 2 years.
Yeah, we gotta make that happen. She got to.
And that's Law, Coach Law. Law, y'all heard of Coach Jolette Law. Let the world know that you are up next. Your ticket just got punched, and we gotta have you on this show. You are now officially on the clock, and I'm gonna tell y'all that would be a special, special episode. Y'all all pray for us and pray that we can make Coach Law. We can make that bring that one out to fruition. Coach Aisha Foy, you got next. You are the truth. I'm talking about you are so ambitious. Hey, I love your energy. I love your vibe. I love what you're doing to this game. I love what you're doing for this game. I love your sacrifice. You are truly one-of-one, genuine, authentic, the real deal. And you are an inspiration to us. You are tenacious. You are extraordinary and elite. You deserve a Wop, 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 wop. Let's go. Oh, my goodness. Coach Aisha. Hey, I love this show. I hope everybody had a good time. Coach Foy, thank you so much for being a part of Sports Life Talks. Hey, I can't tell you. It means a million to me right now. I got goosebumps. I'm so excited about this one. And all of y'all that's watching this from Kentucky all the way to VA, Boo Win. Shout out to Boo. Boo stopped. Hey, look, Boo had us feeling like we was somebody. Boo stopped to talk to us in Louisville last year. Shout out to Boo. Man, we appreciate y'all. So, what'd you say, Coach?
I said shout out to Boo. Boo blooded.
Hey, Boo is the truth, man. And listen, we love y'all. Y'all, thank y'all for watching another episode of Sports Life Talk. Y'all know what we got to do. We got to pay the bills one more time. And if you enjoyed this, I hope you did. Please stick around. Smash that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Leave us a comment. What's the emoji of the show again, Coach? We throwing the money sign in the bank. You know what I'm talking about? Throw that in the chat. Let us know you was out there rocking with us today. And for all our dogs out there that may be part of Boo and you ain't getting that love just yet, or if you're part of any organization, go to our website, sltuGotnext.com. Hit us up, hit the nominate tab. Tell us a little bit more about who you are and why you feel like you got next. We're going to reach out and give you an audition to be on the show. And even though Coach don't listen to podcasts, we know there's a lot of people out there that do. So download our podcast. We got over 800 of them joints in the archives. Coaches, WNBA. We had the Valkyries, Natalie Nikasi on the show. We had the GM of the Sparks on the show. I'm telling y'all, this thing is absolutely crazy. We have so much talent that come through. So make sure y'all tap in with that. Download those shows wherever you listen to podcasts, and keep all the laughs, the energy, and the inspiration going forward. Kev, I'm gonna let you sign us off, man. Congratulations on the win.
Hey, thank you, sir. Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us. Whatever you need from us, please let us know, and we got your back.
Absolutely. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for rocking with me.
Hey, KT.
I'm ready.
Don't do it. Please don't do it. Because one of us go win, then we all go through it. Yeah.
That's how we're going to end the show?
Absolutely. You thought we was going to sing Aisha again?
Yes.
All right, go ahead, Kevin. One more time for the vibe.
Aisha, you were the girl that I never had, and I want to get
Hey.
I brought her a lollipop and a letter, and I told her Aisha. Ooh, base. Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another, because together we are better. And listen, tough times don't last, but tough people do. So keep dreaming big. You never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
I knew you had next, cause you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag cause you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest hut in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like